Hello and welcome to the Starfish Podcast.
Hello, so good to have you with us.
Yeah, and this is the very, very first podcast that we've done and really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We've done a lot of prep for it.
We have done a lot of prep, yeah. For those who haven't seen the behind the scenes, there's been a lot of work that's gone into the background of this, but you get to see the finished article, which is good. But before we start, Anya, I think it's very important to say, what is the Starfish Podcast? Who's it for and what kind of content would we be able to see on this podcast?
Is young people related, and we're aiming at you young ear listeners, young people ears, and also inspired by young people. So essentially we want all the topics to be helpful for young people and also inspired by young people.
That's right, yeah. So you might see we might hear some different articles that might be about resourcing young people, just some fun facts as well. And hopefully throughout the different podcasts, we'll get some really good feedback from young people, see what they want to see and hear on this podcast as well. Yeah,
and even on this first podcast, we already had some young people input in terms of certain questions and things like this.
Perfect. So that's the spoilers already.
Little spoilers,
which is really good. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoy it. And this is going to be the first of many, hopefully. And it won't be just myself and Anya. Hopefully we'll have other special guests to be part of it as well. But it's mainly going to be made from, like Anya said, for young people and inspired by young people. So please give us some content or we're just going to keep waffling on.
Exactly.
But if you like waffles, then you're in the right place, which is good. Okay, great. So we thought that to get started, we've got a couple of things that we want to do. And the first one is actually getting to know your Starfish mentor, which is good. Ba, 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 ba. And the first bit, we'll add a little jingle in there at some point. And the first to get to know is Anya. So what we'll do, we'll have just a couple of minutes of just quick fire to get to know you, which would be fantastic. Do you think you're up to the task?
Yes. I'm never a one answer person.
Okay, well, after a lot of thought, this one's timed, you see. This one's timed. So
yes.
I'm going to only give you 2 minutes to answer these quick fire questions. Okay, right, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so Anya, what is your favorite food?
Homemade.
Homemade, just anything homemade.
Estonian food.
Homemade Estonian food. Yummy. Is there any examples?
It's a very wide, it's a very wide subject, but essentially homemade, warm food, a lot of different soups. There's dumpling soups. There's also dumplings as well, meat dumplings called pilimeni, really nice. So it's just hearty food.
So a nice comfort food, isn't it?
Yeah, comfort food is always a winner. Even in the summer, I don't mind.
Excellent. There you go. Fantastic. Next one. What is your favorite game?
I really like... the classic one has to be Uno. It's just a great icebreaker game that everybody quickly gets playing, and I think because it gets played the most here and it gets the most competitive energy here, and also the amount of different variations of Uno as well. So you gotta love the classic. But just a pre-warning, to each of these questions there's multiple answers. So Estonian food is not my only favorite food. I love a lot of around the world food.
Okay.
So, and the games as well. There's a lot of games that I enjoy.
Well, we'll do the first thing that comes to your mind then, yeah? If there might be a whole... Okay, next one. What about the last song you listened to?
I've listened to Home by the Neighbors or Good Neighbors, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. What about, tell us a childhood memory of yours?
Childhood memory. There's a few. There was one time, I remember, I think I was 3, and we were coming from 3 or half 3 or maybe 4. Don't know. That age is a bit blurry. But we were coming from the beach with my parents, and then we saw a massive snake crossing the path, and it was huge. It looked like it should have belonged to a zoo.
Wow.
But we just let it cross, and then we went on with our day.
All right, you weren't like phased or anything about it.
Well, I didn't know what to do, but I just had the faith and trust in my parents to look after me.
Good stuff.
But yeah, it looked like quite big. It was thick.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from, and also in the cold lands of Estonia, I don't know how it.
Wow. Amazing. Have you seen like a snake in the wild since?
No.
No, but that's the first, last, and only.
I mean, I went to a New Forest Park where you can see some snakes, but I guess they're kind of wild, but not wild. They have special spaces for them. I've seen no snakes. I've seen some adders. I know somebody that has been bit by an adder, actually.
Oh.
So.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, they had a swollen foot for a while.
Oh no. Sad times.
So yeah, that was an interesting encounter with the nature that I wish not to have again.
Okay. Okay. What about your favorite weather?
My favorite weather. This is the easiest, and that's the only question that I can answer with one answer and one answer only. There's no others. Other weathers are beautiful, but the sunshine always brings a happy face to me.
Fantastic.
The sun is smiling at me. I'm smiling at the sun, just enjoying life.
It's just a great relationship, you and the sun, isn't it? Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
just nothing but smiles. Very good, very good. Okay, only a couple more now. So, favorite card in Exploding Kittens. What's your favorite
card? Also, that's no-brainer for me as well. That is I See the Future.
You know, that's the one I was going to go with as well. That is like the most powerful card.
It's
After
so
that,
good.
Because
so then afterwards you can do the shuffle. You could do a lot of things.
That's right.
You feel like you have the power in that moment. Just see the future card.
That's it. Only you. No one else knows what's coming. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And then the final question as well: are you a cat person or a dog person?
I think I'm a both person.
Okay.
But I do love dogs, but I've had a dog when I was very, very little, and then more in my kind of aware years, maybe, like I had a cat. And cats are great if you have a busy life, so I understand the people that are cat people, because they come home, there's a nice companion, but it doesn't need walking. So, and cats show the attitude that I don't always appreciate. But dogs, they're just always happy. So I think I have a bit more of a preference to the dogs, but I like both.
Okay. Sounds good. And that concludes Meet the Mentor, which is good.
It was over 2 minutes. But
it was over 2 minutes. Well, who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting? We've got no watch.
Between 2 and an hour. 2 minutes and an hour, so that's fine. Well, thank you very much.
Well, that describes me. I'm the one with many words.
Yeah. Well, no, thanks for that, Anya. And hopefully over the next couple of podcasts we'll have other mentors that we get to learn a little bit more about.
I'm excited to tune in.
Yeah,
see all the answers of others.
And then we move on to a next segment. Is we got questions from other people, and this is a would you rather question that we got, and it's a bit of a different one as the person who submitted this one. And the question was, would you rather have wooden eyes or wooden legs?
Wow.
And that was the question. Would you rather have wooden eyes or wooden legs?
I think you need to answer that one first.
Who, me?
Yes.
I think I would rather have wooden eyes. And I'll tell you why.
Can you see through the wooden eyes?
Well, I think so. If they're just like eyes, but they're wooden, as opposed to whatever my eyes are made out of now, which I actually don't know, to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure. It might be wood now. Who knows? But yeah, I'd rather have that, because wooden legs, it feels a little bit like if I want to go like for a swim or something like that. What if they get bigger or smaller? I don't know what's going to happen to them. However, if your eyes, if you swim, just close your eyes, put some goggles on. I don't think it will affect too much. I don't know how.
So then, would you be swimming kind of blind,
well,
or would your eyes swell up?
That is some good points.
Yeah, imagine like from the steam, just off the goggles.
That's true. No, hopefully the goggles will do the job. But yeah, imagine having wooden eyes. Would you be able to take your eyes out then?
And look at yourself.
Yeah.
Just look.
I don't know.
That's a superpower.
I'm Wooden Eyes Man.
Okay, Wooden Eyes Man.
I think I'm going to go for Wooden Eyes, just for that reason. Is there any benefits to having wooden eyes than wooden legs? I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that now wants to argue the contrary go for the legs. Well, go for it. Okay.
But at the same time, I would have gone for the eyes, if you can still see, because I feel like it's a smaller part of your body that is wood. But then I think the legs, imagine if you can customize your legs.
That'd be pretty awesome.
That's why I'm thinking maybe the legs as well are a good option. And maybe you can be the fastest runner, I don't know. Just customize them for that, and then customize legs for like swimming, then you're a good swimmer. Customize legs for like different activities.
Anything.
Hiking legs,
good at the Olympics,
dancing legs.
Dancing legs. Wooden dancing legs. Yeah, I guess so. Actually, you're kind of winning me over a little bit. I think I'm still going to go for the wooden eyes, but that is a good case to go for wooden legs. So there you go. So I guess that's what would you rather? I'd go wooden eyes. Are you saying wooden legs?
Sure, I'm gonna go just the contrary.
Why not? No, that's good. Okay, so there you go. And what do you think out there?
Tell us, please, in the comments.
Please give us some feedback. Somewhere, wherever.
Just tell us. Even if you see us, just tell us. You don't have to say any context. Just tell us. Wooden eyes or wooden legs.
And we'll know what we know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're in a loop.
Exactly. In the comment section, just come to us face to face. No problem. That'll be good. Excellent. That's good. So I guess this is what the podcast is about. If you have any other would you rather questions, myself and Anya and other guests would be more than happy to answer them, which is cool. And now on to the next one.
So I wanted to ask you, Wes, what's the last gig you went to?
Well, Anya, actually this year I've been to many a gig. However, based on you telling me this question now, I actually went to a gig last night. So I went. This is fresh. This is fresh. If you asked me this question yesterday, I'd have to think a while back. But since you're asking me today, I only have to think about yesterday. And that's how time works, ladies and gentlemen out there. So I went to see the Killers at the O2 in London. It was a fantastic gig. You a Killers fan?
I know a song or two maybe, but not listen to like the whole album or anything like this.
Oh, well, they've got many an album. In fact, when I went to see them live, whatever song they sang on they had like this big like LED screen behind them, and that was like some artwork from that album.
Oh, cool!
But it was moving. It was really cool. It was. So really
it was like good. Interactive.
It was very interactive. In fact, the very first song they did, there was like huge confetti cannons that came out straight away. Boom! It was so good. So straight away, he's like really like excited. So that was cool. The great songs. There's one song they didn't do, which I was a big fan of. Actually, two songs that they didn't do. Oh. But in fairness, they did all the other ones. Like I'm a big fan of When You Were Young, and they did that one right at the end. That was a lovely ending. Mr. Brightside, a classic.
Yes.
There's some really good ones. Somebody Told Me. Like, it was really good gig. And I went with like my wife, friend, and my brother-in-law. It was really cool. So I would definitely go again. The trip back was really late. We got back at 3 a.m. in the morning.
So and you're here today.
And I'm here today. I might be a hologram. I might not actually be the Wes you see before you, but this person is here. But yes, tired. But did I regret it? No. In fact, actually, I really enjoyed it. So highly recommend it. I'm looking forward to going to another gig again soon.
So on the spectrum of the different gigs that you've been, where would you rate it?
Oh, now that's tough. I'm going to say it's right up there. I've seen some good gigs. My very first gig when I was 3 years old, my sister took me to see a group called Bros. Now, for a lot of people out there, they might not know what that means, but to me, that was a huge thing. I don't know what that means. Exactly. But just Google it. But it was...
as long as you know what it means.
Yeah. I know what it means. And it was super special. I'd never been to a gig before, and it was my sister taking me, which is beautiful. But this one, The Killers, it was amazing. It was great. Highly recommend it. Everything was really cool about it. So, but I've got a topic question for you, Anya. And it's not about music. This one is about films. Can you tell me the last film that you watched?
So the last film I watched was with my husband and my mum. Most Sundays, my mum comes over and we have some dinner together, and then we watch a movie together as well to finish off the evening. And this last Sunday, it was The Book Thief.
The Book Thief.
It's a good movie. It's based in World War II.
Right,
You see a bit of Hitler.
Right.
There's a lot of German accent, and you see that conflict between the Jews and the Germans as well in there. And yeah, it's just really, really interesting in terms of how much they were against the Jews in terms of even burning Jewish literature. And this girl was really into books. Well, before, the story is based about a girl who didn't know how to read, and she's known as the communist, and she was taken because her mom gave her up. She was taken by this German family.
Okay.
And then she got taught how to read, and after she got taught how to read, she's really into books, to the point that she even doesn't mind a bit of Jewish literature.
Okay.
So that's as much as I'll spoil.
Okay.
But the start of it is really interesting, and also there's some clever aspects of it where deaf has a voice. So the first entry that you have of the movie is deaf speaking.
Wow.
And then also there's some parts of the movie as well where deaf is speaking. So I found that quite clever.
Okay.
So I do recommend it. It's not an easy watch in terms of like you can just kind of casually watching it, and because there is some emotions there that come with war and conflict altogether. But it's quite good. The trailer of it in itself gripped my husband to want to watch it.
Okay.
Because he was like, I forgot that I was watching a trailer. I got into it. So, so that's what made us watch it
Okay.
again. So I do recommend it.
All right. The Book Thief. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's in like film form, and there's a book of it as well, so you can.
Yes,
either
I
watch
believe
the
there's a
film
book of it. I've never seen the book of it, but I've been told about the book of it.
Okay.
So I do trust that. If there's no book of it, now I'm second guessing myself. I'm sure there is a book of it.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Because you told me about it, you sold it to me. I'm actually going to watch. I've never seen it before, but I'm going to watch it and I'll let you know what I think.
Please do.
Okay.
We can
will
have a
do.
good discussion
There you
about it.
go. Okay, so you're part of Starfish. I'm part of Starfish. We're all part of Starfish, really, in some way, shape, or form. But as part of Starfish, just recently you have completed the term with a group of young people. And what you've done is really cool. You've done something amazing in terms of an event. So are you happy to share with us what that event was? How did it go? And any feedback from it, really?
Yeah, absolutely. So the event that this term that we had to end the Starfish cohort has been something that we haven't really done before in terms of going to this specific place. I'm keeping the anticipation building a little bit. So I'll say the backstory of how it came about. So I had a young person that's been part of Starfish. It's been great to have this young person being part of Starfish and what they bring in to the group. And there was one time that I had a conversation with them about the different places that they would like to go. And they mentioned about this place that they really wanted to visit, Mystery Builds. So then I thought, oh, what a great idea if we go there and I seen the other young people and asked them if they would like to go there, and they all loved it. And also this place very much links with Starfish in itself. And the place is, it is Oceanarium in Bournemouth.
Fantastic.
Little plug there, even though we're not sponsored. But yeah, it was really great to visit Oceanarium, where there is loads of starfish there as well.
Did you get to see any starfish?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, we went to the Oceanarium and it was a really great trip. So much so the young people were so excited that they couldn't wait to to run around the whole site to see everybody. What made it even better is that we were able to have 2 young people from Starfish Pool that were able to come and join us as well, which was wonderful for the Bournemouth group to meet them, and vice versa, because Starfish is so much bigger than just Bournemouth based. It's Pool based, Christchurch based as well.
Absolutely,
coming up very soon. So it was really a fun trip, seeing the turtles, seeing the penguins. We also saw the alligator there. It was, young people were very much educated. There was even some rainbow fish or something like this. So I mean, like, educated even in the name. So I asked the young people to find the name of a fish that they've never heard of before, didn't know about, and there were quite a few of them.
Okay.
And afterwards, we went for a little beach walk as well. So young people were able to enjoy, and some of them were able to get some snacks. Those that were not able to get snacks got snacks from those that were able to get snacks, and sharing. So
very good.
There was a lot of sharing going on, and the best thing out of it is that I was able to see, with the rest of the team, were able to observe how tight of a knit as well the young people built amongst each other, because they just seemed, when we meet up on the Wednesdays, they are a certain way, and yes, they build their own friendship and bonds, but in a new place, it was very evident to see how much of a peer relationship was built there among the young people. So that was one of my highlights from the trip. And I asked one of the young people what they thought of it, because I asked one and he said, "Oh, it's all right." And then another one said, "Oh, it's more than all right. Why do you say it's all right?" So yeah, there was a lot of excitement that was either shown verbally or physically by just them being happy.
Oh, amazing. And what a great job that you've been doing at Starfish Group Bournemouth. Like I said, we've got Starfish Group Pool as well, which Alana's heading up. And if there's anyone who wants to sign up, it's from their age of 8 upwards, up to 8, from between 8 to 16. If there's any young people that do want to be part of the Starfish Group program, let us know.
Yeah, please do. We'd love to have you a part of it.
Well, this has been a really good podcast, but just before we go, we get a couple of random questions from people, and we're just going to do a couple of those. Now, hopefully these are going to be quick fire.
Yes.
So
I hope something will be quick fire in this podcast.
Hopefully something. So the first one is, what is your favorite animal? That's been asked to us. So what is your favorite animal, Anya?
Okay, quick fire. I like lions and deers and is it red foxes?
Well, you tell me. I don't know. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. All in that order. So lions is your first favorite.
No, I just like them all. I like eagles as well.
Oh, okay. The question's about what your favorite one is, not like loads of them.
Well, if you think about the one that I like to spend the most time with, then it's probably a dog. But it's a lot in nature, which I can enjoy and love.
Brilliant.
Favorite animal? Go, Wes.
A lion.
Oh.
Yes, a lion has been my favorite for a long time. If not, then a goldfish. Doesn't quite count as an animal. It's more of like a fish. But
you go from extremes.
Well, that's it. A lion, very lovely. A goldfish, also very lovely in its own right. So there you go. And then the final question is, what is your favorite song from a movie?
Potenya, Mamma Mia, Mama.
Oh, very good.
Enya.
Fantastic.
I don't know if that was correct. Sorry.
Still keeping up with the lion theme, though.
Yes.
That's very good.
That was a classic. When you hear it, just good vibes.
Yeah, that is good vibes. Yeah, no, I like it.
What about you?
I think it's got to be probably from the film, like the All-Star song from Smash Mouth. That is a tune, but not from Shrek. Now, a lot of people, just very quickly, people, like a lot of people say, "Oh, yes, a song from Shrek." Yes, it is a song in Shrek.
It's a great song from Shrek.
It's a great song from Shrek, but it is a greater song from Rat Race. That's right. That is where it originally came from. And Smash Mouth, the band, are in Rat Race. Have you ever seen Rat Race?
No, but I think it fits Shrek very well.
It fits Rat Race even more. There you go. That's a would you rather question. Would you prefer that song from Shrek or Rat Race?
Those that haven't seen Rat Race, would you recommend to watch Rat Race?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, as in the interest of fairness, I will watch The Book Thief, and if you watch Rat Race, okay?
Okay, and then we'll collate it all together.
We'll collate it all together, and then we'll just build like a good... That could be the next topic. You know, what did you think of the other person's film?
Yeah. And you tell us what you think of the films as well if you haven't seen them.
Tell us what you think. Check out The Book Thief. Check out Rat Race. Well, I can only speak on Rat Race as a fantastic film. Anya said that Book Thief was a very fantastic film. So, and you just got to take our word for it. You know,
we're just giving you a lot of homework.
That's right, a little bit of homework, but something fun to do. You know, over the summer.
If you're bored.
If you're bored.
Here are the ideas for you.
Well, if you're bored, or if you want to have a fun time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, absolutely. Well, it's been a great podcast, the first one. We finally got it off the ground. So, thank you very much, Anya, for being part of it.
Thank you, Wes.
And we'll hope to hear and see from you again soon. So don't be a stranger. Come to All Things AIM community. If you've got any questions that you want to ask, please submit them in to us. And maybe your question could be on this podcast.
Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah. Or even better than that, maybe you could be on the podcast. As we said, it is for young people and inspired by young people. So if you feel like you want to get on here, ask some quick fire questions, talk about a topic, it would be really awesome.
Enjoy either the rest of your week, the rest of your day, whenever you're listening to us. Been a pleasure chatting to you all.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.